Okay, now let's start with question 3. Question 3. Now question 3 is all about the integration. So we see a set of integrals, indefinite integrals. We're going to do them, and we have another special kind of integral, and we have a area under a curve. Okay, so an area under a curve. So for question 3.1.1, the first integral, they want us to integrate of 15x squared minus 3 over 2 square root x plus 4e 2x plus a 2 sec 3x squared dx. Alright, and then I close off that bracket as well. Alright, so what should happen with this problem? We need to do some simplifying again, just like a good differentiation. I did explain or say something about a root blocking the integration process, as well as a bracket. There's a bracket that's stopping the integral from taking place. And another thing with the x is also forming part of the denominator, so we need to get rid of the root, x as a denominator, and the bracket. So we are not integrating as of yet. We are not integrating as of yet. We are just simplifying. So this is going to be a minus 3 over 2 x raised to exponent minus a half. The half is for the square root. The negative is for the fact that we need to move x from the denominator to the side. Plus 4e 2x plus, you need to be careful when solving this bracket. This 2 affects that 2. This 2 then affects the sec as well. Alright, it then affects the sec. So the 2 is going to be squared. We get a 4. The sec 3x is going to be squared as well. So we're going to get a sec squared 3x close bracket dx. Now we can perform our integration. So with the integration, we add 1 to the numerator. Whatever result we get, we divide with. So 2 plus 1, that's 3. So it's going to be 15 over 3 x 3 minus 3. Okay, the negative half, we're going to add 1. A negative half plus 1, we get a half. So it's going to be a 3 over 2 divided by the half we got after adding by 1. So it's a half. Negative half plus 1 is a positive half. Plus, when we integrate, whatever we integrate or even differentiate the e function, nothing happens. Nothing really happens. But we're going to take the coefficient of x over there and divide it by, and divide 4 with. So it's going to be a 4 divided by 2e 2x. Where's the 2 coming from? It's this 2. Then we're going to say plus 4 over 3 tan 3x plus c. So what I'm basically doing, I'm applying this. No, these are differentials. Let's look at this one for instance. So 26, we have the integral of e raised to exponent kx. So whenever we integrate an e raised to exponent kx, we take the k, we divide with, and then e raised to exponent kx on the numerator. Okay, same thing applies with let me check. Right, the integrals, they are not written the way I expected it to written, but yeah, that's the whole idea. So even whatever value that you get as a coefficient of x inside a trigonometric function, you also divide with whenever you integrate. Okay, so equals to 15 over 3, I think it's 5. And then it's minus 3x. Okay, so that's going to be square root x. Remember, we need to rewrite it in sad form. So that's going to be square root x. 3 over 2 divided by a half. You punch this on the calculator, you should get a 3 plus 4 over 2. That is 2e2x plus 4 over 3 tan 3x plus c. Done. 3 comma 1 comma 2. So we have the integral of 4 cos 2x plus x over 2 minus 2 over x plus 3 dx equals to, okay, okay, that is a half. All right, okay. All right, you know what, I don't want to say there's nothing to solve here or to rearrange. Let's not rush it. Let me just get up my thoughts for a moment. Okay, here we go. Now let's not integrate right away. So we're gonna write this as cos 2x plus 1 over 2x on the side. Just make sure the x is on the side, and then you're gonna have a minus 2 1 over x. Let me rewrite this thing like this. Now this is a special case. We cannot say because x is a denominator, let's put it on the side. This it only applies for integration. When you have x raised to exponent 1 as a denominator plus 3, just write it like this. Isolate the x as 1 over x, because we know that from principle, an integral of anything divided by x, it's the ln, right? It's the ln. So 4 cos 2x, that's gonna be a 4 over 2. We take whatever we find here next to the x, so this is going to be a 2x. Integral of this, it's going to be 1 over 2. 1 plus 1, that's 2. So it's x raised to exponent 2 divided by 2 minus integral of 2 1 over x. It's 2 ln x. Ln x plus the integral of 3, it's just going to be 3x plus c equals to 2 sine 2x plus 1 over 4 x squared minus 2 ln x plus 3x plus c. That's the final answer for this one. That is the final answer. Then for 3.2, the velocity equation of an object is given by meters per second. What is where t is the time in seconds? Determine the distance traveled during the third second. Velocity equation is given by this. Okay, apply integration to solve the problem. The area below the velocity graph gives the distance. So we need to take this velocity, integrate it so that we can get the distance formula. So we're gonna integrate v. This is equals to the integral of 3t plus 5. So we're gonna integrate we're going to integrate the function of v with respect to t. So this is going to be equals to the integral of this, it's 3 over 2t squared plus 5t. There's no need for the c. And then they want us to calculate the distance within the third second. Okay, within the third second, determine the distance traveled during the third second. Okay, I need to be careful. I need to be very, very careful. Why am I saying I don't need the c? Okay, don't we need a c for this one? And what do they mean by third? Okay. All right. Okay, check this out. This is a very, very, very tricky question. First, second. It's the difference between T1 and T2. When time is 1 and when time is 2 seconds, that's the first second. The second during the third second. Yeah, okay. No. The phrasing of that question is very, very, very tricky. Then the second, it's this. From T2 to T3. Third second, I think you see the pattern by now. No. It's from the first second, it's 1 to 2. And then this is 2 to 3. Okay. Oh, no. This should be 0 to 1. And then 1 to 2. And then this is 2 to 3. That's what we mean by the third second. So it means that this is not going to be an indefinite integral and it's just us going ahead and substituting t as 3. It's the third second. Not after 3 seconds. It's the third second. So we're going to have boundaries of 3 and 2 right here. So after integrating, we're going to have a boundary again as 3, then 2. And then we go ahead and substitute 3 over 2, 3 squared. 5, 3. Minus 3 over 2, 2 seconds. 5, 2 seconds equals 2. Then we go ahead and calculate. Yeah, this is rather unexpected. Came unexpected, this question. 3 over 2 and then 2 squared plus 5, 2 close, we get a 12,5. A 12,5. Okay. Then we jump to the next question, the 3.3, which is the last part of the question. And then they want us to, okay, given the graph of f of x, okay, this is the integral that we did. Still remember the integral that we, no, not an integral, but a derivative that we did over here. Now, the first question, 3.3.1, use the addendum. So we're not going to use the addendum because it's already given to us. We're just going to show the thingy here. And show the representative strip that you will use to calculate the area, to calculate the shaded area. So you're just going to draw a vertical strip like this. Okay, let me use something proper, man. This is our representative strip. The representative strip should be drawn somewhere in the middle of the area, like this. like this, like this, like this, like this. So this is the representative strip. The representative strip, it's sort of like a portion of the graph or a strip that we use to work out the area, right? So calculate the magnitude of the shaded area. So we're just going to take the integral again and treat this as a indefinite integral, upper bound, lower bound. Okay, so therefore we're going to integrate f of x. In fact, let's start off by writing it like this. Area is equals to the integral, or should do dx right here. So it's the integral of f of x multiplied by dx. So the area, okay, then here it's b, then it's a, this is our b, this is our a, the upper bound and the lower bound. So the upper bound, it's that 4, lower bound, it's 1, f of x, it's this 4 over x dx, then we integrate, we get a 4 ln x. We close it off, we put in the bounds, that's 4 and 1, equals to 4 ln 4. And then we're going to have a 4 ln 1. Then we say 4 no tan ln of 4 minus 4 ln 1. Close bracket, then I get a 5,545 units squared. That's our question 3. Question 3, it's all about integration. Then we're gonna do question 4. We have a cubic function, there's some polynomials, yada 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 yada, and a function. Yeah, okay. Let's just erase and do the question 4.